listening to some inner call, swimming blindly to throw myself upon your shore. What if I don't find you when I have landed? Would you leave me here to die on your shore stranded? Think I know why the dog howls at the moon. I think I know why the dog howls at the moon. I say, Dela, Dela, minangia Dela, when I'm with you. Dela, Sondela, mama Sondela, I burn for you. I've been waiting for you all my life, hoping for a miracle. I've been waiting day and night, day and night. I've been waiting for you all my life, waiting for redemption. I've been waiting day and night, I burn for you. A blind bird sings inside the cage, that is my heart. The image of your face comes to me when I'm alone in the dark. If I could give a shape to this ache that I have for you, if I could find a voice that says the words that capture you, I think I know, I think I know, I think I know, I think I know, I think I know why the dog howls at the moon. I think I know why the dog howls at the moon. I say, Dela, Dela, minangia Dela, when I'm with you. Dela, Sondela, mama Sondela, I burn for you. I've been waiting for you all my life, hoping for a miracle. I've been waiting day and night, day and night. I've been waiting for you all my life, waiting for redemption. I've been waiting day and night, I burn for you. Sondela, Sondela, mama Sondela, I burn for you. I've been waiting for you all my life, hoping for a miracle. I've been waiting day and night, day and night. I've been waiting for you all my life, waiting for redemption. I've been waiting day and night, I burn for you. Burn for you, 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 I burn for you.
All right, I think everybody is here that has to be here, and so we can start off. So I would say I want to say from my side, welcome here on this specific place. You've been around on Ulusaba's property for a while, but now we are here for a very special moment in your life. And I just want to tell you, you're standing on a rock that is about 320 million years old. I must be mistaken a few years this side or that side, but we are here on solid ground. And I always like to mention that when people do specific things that is of importance, that we know that we are literally on a solid foundation. And that's what I wish also for your wedding and the rest of your lives, that you will be very happy because you are on the rock of love. And from there on you can move on and be a wonderful couple, but also will find much joy and happiness from each other in your lives. From the rock I want to go to something else, as to say that when we are in a place like this, you know, the place got a specific name, and for me it's always interesting to know where a name comes from. The name Ulusaba, where does it come from? And apparently it comes from the word, the Zulu word that means to fear. and therefore they say it's a place of little fear. Perhaps because the older people, the tribal people, lived on the kopje there, on the mountain, and they were also the tribal fights and what, but because of they were on the kopje, on the mountain, they could see the enemies coming from afar. So within the whole fearful situation, they had little fear because they could see the enemy coming in advance. There are many stories. We can also say that it has been a dangerous place here, with all the animals and stuff around, so that therefore it's also this word that means fear, that they sort of surrounded this whole place, because the name Ulusaba comes from the word, as I said, ukusaba, that's the verb to fear. But if you listen around, if you look around, you'll see a lot of other places where the same sort of name. There's a village up in the mountain. If you're on Rock Lodge and you look to the mountains there in the escarpment, the village name is Sabi, and then that's where the name of the river comes from, the Sabi River, that goes into Kruger Park. And there's also a lodge with the name of Lower Sabi. So this word to fear is sort of overshadowing this whole area for a great extent. But now the lucky thing is that this place, the name of the place is not fear or big fear or something like that, serious fear, it is little fear. And we can also take something from that, because when you go on a game drive, normally you experience a little bit of, may I say, anxiety, if I don't say fear, because if you move into a herd of buffalo or a herd of elephant, especially if you go quite close to where the lions had a kill, it is not the normal thing that you do every day. It's a little bit of an uncertainty, a little bit of an anxiety, a little bit of a fearful situation. But when you go back to the lodge, obviously there's a lot of five-star hospitality and good food and good wine and everything, and you can relax there. Fear, no fear. Uncomfortable, seriously comfortable. And that's how I think we also move in life sometimes. We move in and out of this uncertain, unpleasant fear situations back to the place where we come from. So I would like to say that within this place of fear, you also find no fear. And the reason for that is, there are quite a lot of reasons for that, but I think one of the most important reasons for being not afraid when you go on safari is, for instance, the presence of the ranger. You know, if you had to be here on your own, we joked and say if you don't come, he's going to walk back to the treehouse on his own. But there's no way that anybody would like to do that, because it's just too dangerous to do that. But yet again, if we would have said, okay, the ranger is here, he's got his rifle, you can go and walk with him, then most probably he would say, let's go for it. So the fact that the ranger is on the vehicle with his gun, with his knowledge, with his experience, take away all the fear that you have in your heart, that you could have in your heart. Now, my wife don't believe that, because when she comes near elephants, doesn't matter who's with her, she's always afraid. So we'll take her out of this picture. But for normal people, it does work like that the presence of another person take away the fear. Now we can take a lot of examples for that. Perhaps in your context also, as you know, 100 years ago there was the First World War, and there's a little story about that. The two guys that grew up together in the same village, they went to army together for training, and then they went to war, and then they were in these trenches and fighting, and the one guy somehow got out and he got shot. And then he was lying there bleeding in the mud and in the barbed wire, and then his friend said, I have to go to him. And I'm not sure about the army, but the colonel, the corporal, the general, or the sergeant, somebody told him, you're not going there, we're not going to risk your life as well. And as good soldiers do, they don't listen to their superiors, and he went out and he went to his friend. And as he was lying next to him with his last breath, this wounded soldier said, I knew you would come. That's friendship. That is to be a companion. That is to show that people are there, and within that peace, that guy died. With his friend with him, most probably holding him in his arms, and he could die in peace within this whole war situation. And I think that is a good example of what couples must do, and what they have in their mind, what they have to build on the type of love that is there, that I will also go into danger for you. Not only good times, bad times, that's what you're going to say with your vows. I will be there for you in uncomfortable situations. You can depend on me. Even when the bullets fly and the bombs are blasting, I will be the one that you can sort of look over your shoulder and you will find me there. All the others would have run away, but I will be there. And that is the vow that you make to each other. That's a wonderful thing that you say to each other, standing on this solid foundation of your love. Because that type of companionship doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from within love, because people love one another, people care for one another, and that's where this companionship comes from. And therefore, if we say that the presence of another person take away the fear in my life, I also know it's not any person, it's a very special person. And the most special person is now standing next to you. Not in front of you like me, but next to you like yourself. And that is what you said. You have met one another, you have said to one another, I want you to be the most special person in my life. I want you to know that I love you. I love you to such an extent that I will die for you. I will put my life in your hands so that you can keep it and that you can care for it and you can take it with me, and I will be always there for you. So yet again, if you in a dangerous situation, you think about the name of the place and say, this place is Ulusaba, a place of little fear. But I would like to encourage you to say that when you go back home, you will say our home or our relationship started in this specific way at Ulusaba, a place of little fear. But where we live, there will be no fear. In our home, in the place where we live, when we are together, there will never be fear or discomfort or uneasiness or anything like that. There will be joy, there will be happiness, there will be friendship amongst people. And you know, the interesting thing is then that when people come and visit you, well, all of us, if I go into to my friend's house, I can immediately feel what's going on there. They don't have to write on the door, we just had a fight. You just know it. Because there's just tenseness in the whole situation. And that is why I say that in your house, in your relationship, there must be no fear. So that when people come to you, they will always just be relaxed and always be happy and just be welcome, not because you give them good food or good wine or good hospitality, but because the love that comes from you is just shining out and going out to other people, and that will fill the whole place where you live. And also the whole area where you go, so that when people, even at work and even any place you go, even in the airplane, they will just realize, but there's something in this person that is so wonderful. And that is because there's somebody that loves her, somebody that loves him. And that gives him or her the courage and also the comfort just to carry on with their lives and be such beautiful people. You are looking beautiful, dressed up like a wedding couple. That's how it should be today. But you must also dress up for each other like people, as to say, we will have no fear to each other and people will recognize you. We recognize you as the bride and the groom because of the clothes that you wear today, but also we must recognize you as people who took away the fear all the time in each other's lives because you love one another, and that you will start your life on this solid rock and stay together and make sure that love will conquer everything in your lives. May you be very happy. And may you be very blessed. Let me just read the vows to you then. And then we come to the part where Barry's going to say it, because he knows it. He's comfortable to do that. We won't put him to that test today. Good, okay. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the pairing of two hearts. In this ceremony today, we will witness the joining of Larry Barry Thomas and Amanda Leanne Cracknell in marriage. It is one of life's richest surprises when the accidental meeting of two life paths lead them to proceed together along the common path as husband and wife. I would change that, not common path, but special path as husband and wife. In any case, the union of husband and wife is the desire by two people to share themselves and to experience with each other, to care and support each other in all that they do. It is a commitment and journey in life as best friends, to laugh, to love, to cry together as one. Marriage is to love and to grow together through all the adventures of life that lie ahead, knowing that the happiness of each other is essential to your own. To build memories and to build a better future together with love, respect, trust, understanding and friendship. Into this way of life, Barry and Amanda come now to be joined, and if any of you can show just cause why they may not lawfully be married, you must now declare it. And since you left everybody at home, we have no choice as to continue,
No hippos.
what we will do quickly. But in all seriousness, Barry and Amanda, I charge you both that if either of you know any reason why you may not be united in marriage lawfully, you must now declare it. And I will proceed and say, Barry, will you take Amanda to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, including from any wild animal from your future adventures together, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Amanda, will you take Barry to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and protect him, including from all wild animals, including sharks, from your future adventures together, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Now I want you two to hold your right hands. Right hands, yeah. Gently stand a little bit closer, I would think. Yeah, like that. And then, Barry, you say the following words. I, Larry Barry Thomas,
I, Larry Thomas,
take you Amanda Leanne Crackwell to be my wife.
take you, Amanda Leanne Cracknell, to be my wife.
I promise to always cherish our friendship.
I promise always to cherish our friendship.
I will trust and honor you.
I will trust and honor you.
I will laugh and cry with you.
I will laugh and cry with you.
I will love you faithfully
I will love you faithfully.
and promise to never stop trying.
Promise never to stop trying.
I promise to unfailingly share and support your hopes,
Promise always unfailingly to support and share your hopes,
your dreams,
your dreams,
and your goals.
and your goals.
Through the best and the worst,
For the best and the worst,
I will always be there.
I will always be there.
As I give you my hand to hold,
As I give you my hand to hold,
so I give you my life to keep.
and give you my life to keep.
And Amanda, you say the following. I, Amanda Leanne Cracknell,
I, Amanda Leanne Cracknell,
take you Larry Barry Thomas to be my husband.
take you, Larry Barry Thomas,
To be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to always cherish our friendship.
I promise to always cherish our friendship.
I will trust and honor you.
I will trust and honour you.
I will laugh and cry with you.
I will laugh and cry with you.
I will love you faithfully
I will love you faithfully
and promise to never stop trying.
and promise to never stop trying.
I promise to unfailingly
I promise unfailingly
share and support your hopes,
to unfailingly support your hopes,
your dreams,
your dreams,
and your goals.
and your goals.
Through the best and the worst,
Through the best and the worst,
I will always be there.
I will always be there.
As I give you my hand to hold,
As I give you my hand to hold,
so I give you my life to keep.
so I give you my life to keep.
All right, now you're going to change your rings and you must get rid of your bouquet, so I think give it to me. Okay, if you don't mind, thank you. You can put it on the rock. Okay, we got the rings. Okay. Good. Mary, put the ring on her finger. Yeah. And then while you keep it there. Yeah. Okay. Then you say the following words. I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage.
I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage.
With my body I honor you.
With this body I honor you.
All that I am I give to you.
All that I am I give to you.
And all that I have I share with you.
And all that I have I share with you.
And now you must say this foreign language that is written here.
Carrying Gilly and Beth.
Alright, give you the ring then. Good. Amanda, and you say, put the ring on his finger. And while you hold it there, you say, I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage.
I give you this ring as a sign of our marriage.
With my body I honor you.
With my body I honour you.
All that I am I give to you.
All that I am I give to you.
All that I have I share with you.
All that I have I share with you.
And are you also going to say this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Carry and Gilif and Biff. Cozy.
Now you must tell us what it means.
In Welsh, I love you forever.
I will love you forever. Beautiful. Okay, now give him the ring. Okay, now you can hold hands again, because I'm going to pronounce you husband and wife. Yeah, just gently. Yeah, stand close to each other. Yeah. Now that Barry and Amanda have given their consent and made their vows to each other, with the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of a ring, I declare that they are now husband and wife. And now you must kiss the bride.
Nice.
We hope that you will be very happy and that you will be very blessed and that you will continue on this beautiful road that you're already on and that you will take away all the fear in each other's lives. May be very happy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
You missed one
That's so
nostril.
sexy. That's the man you're married.
You missed one nostril.
You can do it to me though.
Oh,
I don't mind.
The champagne.
yes. Wash it down.
How's it?
That's lovely. Right then, my turn.
Spongy. Oh, oh.
You ready?